abilities. Any questions? Okay, test.
Okay.
Yeah, do some testing.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. A new car, you're in the wrong place because this is the National Automobile Museum in Reno. And beside me is Mike Thomas, who is the president of the volunteer organization of the National Automobile Museum. I got that out. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Okay, fine. Then we'll go from there. Some of the questions, let's see, museum here.
Well, Bill Harrah, who owned Harrah's Casinos and Hotels, had the largest car collection in the world when he died, and he died in 1978.
Okay, look, that'd be great.
Remember to
Bring the mic, right. I'll hold up my left hand.
It's pretty sensitive, so you don't need to have it in anybody's face. Yeah, and I talk loud.
Me too, but I still have to bring it up here. See, if you're looking for a brand new car, you've come to the wrong place Because this is the National Museum, National Automobile Museum of Reno. And beside me is Mike Thomas. He's the president of the volunteer organization of the National Automobile Museum. Okay? Are you rolling? Oh, you were? Don't give a guy a chance to rehearse.
It's all right.
Okay, it's on film. We got a lot of it. Okay, here we go. Well, if you've take two. Well, if you're looking for a brand new automobile, you've come to the wrong place, because this is the National Automobile Museum. And beside me is Mike Thomas. He is the president of the volunteer organization here at the National Automobile Museum. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Oh, just fine. Could you tell us some of the history of the museum?
Well, the museum was founded in November 1989 after the Museum Foundation received 175 cars from Bill Harrah's 1,417 car collection.
I see that we're standing beside one of the older cars. I also understand that it is one of the historic cars here.
Yes, we're in front of the 1907 Thomas Flyer. This is the car that won the great race. In 1908, there was a race held. That's why I had to get some water.
It's okay.
I've had a cold.
Say, Mike, I understand we're standing here in front of one of the historic cars of the museum. Tell us about it.
Well, Jerry, this is the 1907 Thomas Flyer. This car was built in Buffalo, New York by the Edwin Ross Thomas Motor Car Company, and it's the actual original car that won the great race. There was a race held from New York to Paris in 1908. There's never been another around the world race ever held, and this is the actual car that won it.
What's it doing here?
Well, when we got the cars from the Harrah collection, Holiday Corporation kindly provided us a gift of 175 cars. This car came with it, and it's considered to be the most historic American car in existence, and it belongs here at the National Automobile Museum.
How about the oldest car? Can you tell me what kind of a car is the oldest here?
We have a 1892 Filion steam car, which was built by a circus acrobat named Achille Filion in Akron, Ohio in 1892. And it's a steam-powered vehicle, and we have it on display here at the museum.
Now, it's one of the, you said 175 cars here?
175 of these cars came from Bill Harrah's collection, yes. We have added 45 since we've opened 15 years ago, and so we have approximately 220 cars on display today.
When did the museum actually start?
In early November in 1989. In fact, in 2 weeks, we're celebrating our 15th anniversary.
15 years. Now, I understand that the museum wasn't here, actually. It started somewhere else.
Well, from the in the 1960s and 70s, Bill Harrah had many of his cars on display in Sparks. There's a big building by the railroad tracks. In fact, the building still says Harrah Automobile Collection on it. And in some big showrooms out there, he had about 900 cars on display with some airplanes and boats, and the public could see it. And if you stayed at a Harrah casino in those days, they would take you out there in a shuttle and you could see the collection for free. But that was a collection and not a museum. In a museum environment, we try to make it more interpretive. You get a better look at the cars, and as you can see these cars very well. It's not like they're all lined up close to each other.
Well, you're getting ready to conduct a tour. How long does the tour, how long does it take?
Well, we give 2 tours daily, Monday through Saturday, and on Sunday we give 1 tour. The tours take about an hour and a half, sometimes a little more depending on questions, and the public can go all the way through the museum with their docent and ask any question and see all the cars.
Are these cars ever loaned out for motion pictures?
Well, we don't loan them. We get some money for them. We're a nonprofit foundation, so we survive on admissions and membership. But yes, we've had cars in movies. We just had our big jet car out to the Bonneville Salt Flats a couple of weeks ago for a movie that's being produced starring Anthony Hopkins. And we have a Rambler that was in the famous Titanic movie a few years ago. So yes, some of our cars have appeared in movies.
That sounds great. Well, I'd like to take a look at a few of these cars, if you don't mind.
Well, have at it. Have a good time. Enjoy the place.
Mike, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much. Yeah, you want to see that Philion.
Oh, yeah. Can you talk to us? We're doing a show on registered. Have you registered both? Hi, guys.
You guys registered to vote? Okay.
Hello. Hello. Have you registered to vote yet?
I have.
Could I talk to you? No. Okay.
1912, and Lord knows how they got a 1912 Rambler over to England in time to meet that ship. So it's just.
Is there an electrical plug in here? Maybe I will put it in.
Well, I think there's one over here.
Let me get the lights.
I don't see it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's one right here. It's probably close enough.
You might start in on that sign and then zoom back to the car. You might, if you want.
This is the car in the movie. When they finally start showing the people getting on the ship.
Sitting out here, how do you like it?
I like it. My sister lives here. Yeah, so.
Have a good time and be
Thank
sure
you.
to vote. You might zoom in. Zoom in a little bit. Slowly. That'll be enough. Here he comes. That'll be enough of that. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about all that other stuff.
The guy in the front seat is the guy who built this car. In that picture, this guy. And the car can be steered from the front or the rear. That's why in the picture he has a steering wheel in the front. You see now there's no steering wheel in the front. The steering wheel's in the back right now because it can be steered from both ends. And the guy in the back seat is the engineer, and he's sitting on the coal box, and this has coal in it to keep the steam boiler fired. And so you're seeing that exact car. This picture is 112 years old because the top wasn't put on it then either. The top was put on it a year later. So if he wants to zoom on Mr. Filion and then the car, that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
You couldn't drive your own steam car in Ohio then. They had a law that a locomotive engineer had to drive them.
This is the first thing when I just turned in, it was on last night at 5:30.
When do they, is that when they usually do? Saturday and Wednesday? Or does it vary?
It varies.
Might get rid like this.
You're rolling.
I see. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, that's enough. Shoot here, there, just a bunch of. There's more light in here than I thought it would be. I'd like to do a closing sitting in one of these cars. Get out of the way. Wouldn't it be, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He can't, he's got the alarm on now. Just get the front of this car. Yeah. 1926 Ford. And I'm sure it will take you back many years. Take you back many years when the automobiles made history. Okay. Well, if you want an experience, climb into this 1926 Ford. I'm sure it will take you back many years to those wonderful years when automobiles made history. I'm sure it'll take back to those wonderful years when automobiles made history. I'm ready. You ready? Are you going to zoom in while I start talking?
I'm going to hold it on you while you're talking, and
Yeah.
when you're done,
Then,
zoom out.
yeah, okay. If you really want an experience, I'm going to start again. If you really want an experience while you're here at the museum, climb into this 1926 Ford. I'm sure it will take you back many years to when the wonderful automobiles made history. Say, it's time for me to get back on the road again. I'll have to do it once again. Okay, take two. If you really want an experience while you're here at the museum, climb into this 1926 Ford. I'm sure it will take you back many years to those wonderful years when automobiles made history. Say, it's time for me to get back to on the road again. No, that's not right. Take three. If you want an experience, climb into this 1926 Ford while you're here at the museum. I'm sure it will take you back many years to those wonderful years when automobiles made history. Say, it's time for me to get back on the open road again. That's a good one. I'll do one more.
Yeah, don't talk till I say cut.
Okay.
You know when I'm doing the zoom.
Pardon?
Don't talk till I say cut, you know when I'm doing the zoom.
Oh, okay. You might want to zoom down to the car or something. I don't know. Okay, here I go. Well, if you really want an experience, climb into this 1926 Ford. I'm sure it will take you back to those wonderful years when automobiles made history. Say, it's time for me to get back to the open road again. Okay, I think we have it. I'm just going to do a closing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Take my glasses off. You want to get my good side?